Welcome to Chapter 5. We're talking still about being a great teammate. And we're really focusing on the second part of our value system, what you stand for. Again, Alexander Hamilton said, stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And I'm asking you to stand for this value system that we've put together as Belhaven Volleyball, but it's transcendent through your team, through every team that you're going to be on, your club team, your high school team, your college team, the coworkers that you work with. Whenever you graduate from college and get that job that pays all that big money, those are the things that I want you to think about. So right now we're going to go ahead and jump into number 4. We're in chapter 5. We're talking about this part B of our family value system, and we're talking about how to be a great teammate. So let's go ahead and move on to number 4. We talked about the first 3 as a great teammate makes wise decisions, a great teammate takes personal responsibility, and a great teammate holds others accountable. Number 4 says, a great teammate respects everyone they encounter. As you start to think about it, and as you build value and you add value to your other teammates, you respect the people that you encounter. I've seen it so many times that a freshman will come into our school, they'll take a professor that has had 1 or 2 of our volleyball players before. And as that freshman walks into that classroom with that Belhaven Volleyball shirt on, their professor already knows what to expect from that young lady. She knows that she's going to be respectful. She knows that she's going to do her work. She's going to sit in the front of the class. She's going to listen. I hope, I pray they do. But those are the things that we do. We build and we add value to our teammates by being respectful to everybody that we encounter. There are many of you that know Belhaven Volleyball by me. But if you have somebody in your area, if you have somebody in your hometown, or you see somebody at the movies or at the mall that has a Belhaven Volleyball shirt, you have an idea who they are by what I do, by what we do. And that goes back to the first decision. Making wise decisions. But if I show you respect, if I add value to you, everybody that I encounter, if I add value and I show respect with everybody I encounter, it adds value to everybody behind me that meets that person later. So let's read through this real quick. It says, we show respect in word and in action to our teammates. It's a big one with me. No gossip. Gossip, bad. Cancer, done. Get it out of here. We respect our teammates. We don't cuss to them. We don't cuss at them. We don't cuss on the court. If I hear it, you're out of the gym. And it's not illegal at our school to cuss. I wish it was. But we don't want to disrespect our teammates by calling them names. Or even by calling ourselves names and yelling at ourselves in a way that is not necessary, that is not ladylike. We respect our coaches. Please, please, please understand something. I have to gain your respect, but I wish that you would give it to me. If I respect you and I show you respect and I do things to add value to you, respect me. Respect me by being on time to practice. Now, you might want to talk to your parents and tell them to come in here real quick. I got to be on time to practice. I got to be respectful to my coach by being on time. And again, if you're on time, you're late. Be early to practice. Don't come in 5 minutes late to practice with 100 things on your shoulders from what's happened in the day and expect to be respectful to your coach, because you're not. If you don't respect your coach's time, they're going to have a hard time giving and giving and giving to you. Be respectful to your coaches. If there are any coaches out there, be respectful to your parents. You ask somebody, if you have practice from 7 to 9 and you're so upset because one girl keeps on coming in at 7:05, stop ending practice at 9:15. Because one girl is missing 5 minutes of practice, that one parent is disrespecting you by 5 minutes. You're disrespecting 12 parents by your 15 minutes over. 12 times 15, we'll go into it later. Do your math later, and maybe I'll put it down there. But you are disrespecting everybody else. So show respect as a coach to the parents too. But respect your coaches. Don't coach from the sideline, parents. Players, be a great teammate by not being disrespectful to your coach. That even translates to when you're in the car driving home from practice or a tournament. Be respectful to your coach. It's a hard job. We don't get paid that much. Okay? I have some friends that get paid a lot. Power 5 schools, they get paid a lot. I don't. Your club coach doesn't. They get paid maybe 25 cents an hour for all the time and effort that they put into it. So please, please, please be respectful to your coaches. Please do not go up to them in a club tournament and ask why your daughter didn't play that match. Please be respectful to your coaches. Parents, players, same thing. You can say, hey coach, how can I get better? What are some things I can work on? Not asking it, saying, okay, if I do this, then I'm definitely in the game, next game. Ask and continue to ask and practice and things like that. Be respectful to your coach. Be respectful to your professors. We say professors, I'm talking about your teachers. Be respectful to your teachers. You're going to miss a lot of days for tournaments. You're going to miss a lot of days when you guys have state championships going on. You're going to miss a lot of days in your class. They're respectful and they're understanding of that. You have to be respectful to them in the little things. Listen in class. Don't sit there on your cell phone the whole time during class. I was a high school teacher. I know what you're doing. Okay? Don't do it. I was a college professor. I know what you're doing. Don't sleep. Some students bring in their laptops and they're watching YouTube videos of kittens. Don't do it. Be respectful of your teachers. Do your work. All right? Don't be deceitful. Study. Do your homework. And do your best in their class. That's the way how you're respectful to your teachers. We are respectful to our classmates. Okay? Not just your teammates that are on your volleyball team, but the basketball team, the football team, the girls that are in choir, the guys that are in choir. We're respectful to our classmates. We don't talk trash about them. We respect them at every single instance we can. We're not on our phones and being a distraction in class. We're not talking to other people in class, but because we're respectful to them, they need to learn from the teacher as well. We go to the basketball games, we go to the football games because maybe those basketball players and those football players will come to our game as well. But we don't do it just for what they can give us in return. We're respectful to them because that's who we are as a family. That's what a great teammate is. We're respectful to referees. Oh my goodness, I could sit here for 3 hours. Again, I just came home from the qualifier at Big South. How many times I went to one match, I was watching the match and I was recruiting during the match. The up referee, the R1, asked for the girl that was doing scoreboard, the flip chart, to put the chart down because so many parents were yelling, score, score. You know who you are. There are so many players that yell it too. And if you think you're okay, what's this? I see it all the time from players all the time. I see setters that say, she's over. How am I supposed to set? I see all of you that touch the ball say, I didn't touch it. And then when a referee calls you, you're like, oh, we lost because of those bad calls. You stare at a line judge. That ball was out. I've seen it so many times when I ask you to be respectful to everybody you encounter. I'm talking about the 12-year-old who's doing book or doing lines. I'm asking you to the referee that called a double on you. I'm asking you to that R2 that called you in the net. Because about 60% of the time that R2 is a coach of a team that just lost. And if we're respectful to them, if you're not respectful to them, you might get them to bite your head off. Because I've been that team before that just lost and I have to stick around for another hour to hour and a half to referee the next game. We are respectful to referees. We don't yell out double. We don't yell out at the scorer's table. If you want to be a referee, please do. We're in need of great referees. We're in need of more referees. If you think you can do a better job, put a whistle on and go up there. They don't get paid a whole lot. I promise you. They're doing their best. And listen, I'm pointing at you, but 3 fingers are pointing right back at me. I understand I need to be respectful to referees, but I'm asking you as a great teammate, don't yell at a referee, because if you yell at a referee, you're saying it's all right for your other teammates to yell at referees too. And when your other teammates yell at referees, hold them accountable to this fact. A great teammate and any teammate doesn't yell at a referee. They respect a referee. A referee has never yelled at me, Coach D, that was the worst sub I've ever seen in my life. And guess what? I've made some really bad substitutions before. A referee doesn't yell at you and say, I can't believe you hit the ball in the net. That was a horrible decision. Why did you make that decision? They don't do that. But why is it okay for us to yell at a referee? It's not. Be respectful to referees. And lastly, be respectful to your opponents. Be respectful to your opponents. The best way you can be respectful to an opponent, I'm going to tell you this, I've played teams that we've gotten beat 25-10, and I've played teams that we beat 25-10. And I've seen those teams that we beat 25-4, and we've beaten a team 30-2, and we went to 30 before. And those teams respected us. The reason why they respected us is because we gave them our best effort on both sides of the coin. When a team is so much better than us, we gave them our best effort. When a team is so much worse than we are, we gave them our best effort. So I'm asking you to give your best effort. When I say respect your opponents, go for it. Give your best effort. I don't care if you're up 24-0. It's not disrespectful to play your best. It's disrespectful to fool around. Those opponents will appreciate it and will love you for it. And you add value to them when you give them your best. Don't serve a ball out on purpose just because you feel bad for them. Don't underhand serve. Don't fool around. Don't hit the ball off your head and laugh about it when you're up 24-10. You wouldn't laugh about it if you're down 24-10. Why are we laughing about it when we're up 24-10? We are respectful to our opponents by giving our best effort every single point. Now at the end of the game, we shake their hands. Every once in a while, you'll hear me say, hey, number 9, great swing. I don't know who she is, but she just made a great swing. She just got a point against us. Am I supposed to sulk there and say, Susie, get over there, when she just hammered the ball straight down? No, I'd say, great job. I respect her. She just did a wonderful job. I go up to coaches and I say, hey, you out-coached me today. Way to go. Because I'm respectful of my coaches and the other coaches and opponents, and I want them to be respectful to me. So that is number 4. I'm going to quickly go through the rest. I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 5. A great teammate gives 100% effort and encouragement to everyone all the time. This was one where we had to keep on adding things in there. We said we give 100% effort. And then we were like, well, we also need to give encouragement too. And so we said we give 100% encouragement all the time. And then one of my captains said, but coach, we need to make sure we put in there to everyone. Because you've been on that bench before when you want to give encouragement. You can give encouragement to the outside hitter and to the right side hitter, but as a middle, that girl's starting in my place. I'm not going to say good things about her. No way. I'm going to say, come on, hit it in. Come on, you got to hit it. Why do you keep on hitting the block? Way to go, Susie. Great job on the outside. Way to go, Tammy. Great job on the right side. Oh, come on, Kim. You know, we say these things, but we have to give 100% effort all the time. We talked about it for a long time, so I'm not getting into it. We need to encourage our teammates. We need to add value to them. We add value by encouragement, but we also hold them accountable to them all the time and to everyone. So a great teammate takes everybody into accountability, even that girl that you don't like. And I'm not asking you to like her. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I'm asking you to love her. Okay? Our ultimate team goal is to win volleyball games and produce a culture of inclusion. That's a big word. That just means I want everybody to feel like they're a part of this family. And love on the court and off. Whatever is necessary, weights, conditioning, practice, games, etc., to achieve our common goal, I will actively take part in. Let me break that down for you real quick. We used to have weights at 6 a.m. in the morning. And our players would wake up and walk into weights like this. I can't believe I'm here so early. And it'd take them about 45 minutes to get ready and get through weight and get started in weights. The problem is weights was about 45 to 50 minutes long on those days. And they totally missed out on a chance to get better because they did not actively take part in weights. There are some drills and practices that you do not like, and you don't actively take part in them, and it costs your team. There's sometimes you're doing hitting lines, and as a libero, you get so bored, you just start throwing your hands, and you don't give a great pass, you don't use great technique. There's sometimes they're working with the middles, and you're a libero, and you have to shag the ball, and you just kind of walk around, going around like this, picking the ball up. You're talking to your teammate while coach is trying to talk, and you guys are laughing about some dance you're doing or something like that. And you're not actively taking part in that drill. You can be an active shagger. I say it all the time. If you are shagging, run and sprint the ball. Go put it back in the basket and get ready for the next one. That will increase the energy in your team and it'll make you a great teammate. I will have to make personal sacrifices, but I will do so, knowing that ultimately these personal sacrifices will lead to the accomplishment of our team goals. I will sacrifice the me for the we. So when I take a look at this one, a great teammate gives 100% effort and 100% encouragement to everyone on the team all the time. It's pretty self-explanatory. But I want you to understand the biggest part of this is to actively take a part in your team. You have an opportunity to do something every single time you go out on the court, and every single time you go into practice, and every single time you're sitting on the bench. You can learn, you can encourage, you can help, you can talk to them about what's open. You have a lot of different things that you can do, and it doesn't just happen to those people that you're friends with. It happens to your whole team, because if you want your team to accomplish the goal of winning and doing what you want to do, if you want to be a great teammate, you include everybody in your encouragement. You include everything in your effort, and you actively take a part in your team. Number 6, this is a big one. A great teammate will realize that being a part of this family is a privilege. It's not your right to play volleyball. I don't care if you paid your club dues. Doesn't mean you can act a fool. I don't care if you go to a private school and you pay your tuition, or you go to a college and you pay your tuition. I don't care if you're the best player in the whole place. That doesn't mean you can act like a jerk. Being a part of a family and a part of a team is a privilege, and you have to understand that. There are a lot of people that wish they could be a part of what you are. There's a lot of people that want to be on your team, that want to be able to hit the ball the way that you hit the ball. But in order for that to be accomplished, you have to include everyone. And if you make poor decisions, if you don't take personal responsibility, if you don't hold each other accountable, if you don't give 100% effort and encouragement, if you don't respect everybody else, you aren't a part of this family. And just like your mom or your dad might tell you, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. As a college coach, as a high school coach, as a club coach, I put you on this team and I can kick you off of this team if you don't understand what it means to be a great teammate. It is not the right to be a part of the Belhaven Volleyball family, or whatever volleyball family you're part of. I am not guaranteed a spot on this team. Playing this game and being a part of this team is a gift. It's not a right. It's a privilege. I will give anything necessary in order for us to accomplish our goals, both individually and collectively. So being a great teammate is understanding that what you have is a gift. What you have is a privilege, not a right. Don't treat it like it's your right to play volleyball. It's not your right. It can be taken away like that. You can go down with an ACL tear, knock on wood, let's not do that. You can have things happen to you, but it's not your right to be on this team. It's a privilege. Treat it as a privilege. Do everything you can to make your team better and make your teammates better. That's a great teammate. And then lastly, a great teammate includes their other teammates like family. And I always ask recruits whenever I go, because I go over this with my recruits as well. I always ask my recruits, I was like, do you have a brother or sister? And some of them don't. But I'll say, do you have a mom or a dad? And I say, do you have a brother or sister? And most of them say yes. And I was like, do you like your brother or sister all the time? And every single one has said, no, not all the time. There's sometimes I'm really upset with them. There's some things that they do that really, really bother me. They get on my last nerve. But then I ask them, do you love your brother or sister? And 100% of the time they say yes. So what I'm asking you to do, you have some teammates that you don't get along with. I understand that. I'm right there with you. I have some teammates that I recruited that I don't get along with. But I always love them. And I'm asking you to do the same thing. I'm asking you to treat your team like your family. There are sometimes you're going to get in fights. There are sometimes you're going to get mad. There are sometimes you're going to get upset. And there are sometimes you're going to get hurt. But always treat your team like your family and always love them. When I say love them, I'm saying put them above yourselves. Be unselfish for a moment. And say, what is best for them? Maybe I have to sacrifice myself to what's best for them. I might not like them right now, but you know what? I love them right now. And I love them even when they made that poor decision, when they disrespected me. I love them because they are a part of my team. I will seek to love and support my teammates both on and off the court. These are my sisters or brothers. I will speak kindly both to and about them, even to your parents. Even when it is difficult. I know it's going to be difficult sometimes to talk about your teammates and your coach and be nice about it. But I'm asking you to be nice about it. If you have a problem with your coach, go talk to your coach. If you have a problem with a teammate, go talk to your teammate. Don't gossip about it. Don't talk to Tammy about Susie. It's not going to be helpful to either one of you. I will treat them as I want to be treated. I will have their back in every situation. We will fight for and with each other to accomplish our dream of a national championship. What's your team dream? What are you looking for? I'm looking for you to be a better teammate. That's what this whole course is about. I'm asking you to be a better teammate. I'm asking you to follow these 7 steps, to make wise decisions, to take personal responsibility, to hold each other accountable, to be respectful. I have to look it back up. To give 100% effort and encouragement to everyone all of the time. I want you to understand that you have a privilege of being a part of this team, a part of that team. Consider it a privilege and act every day like it is a privilege and go out there and take care of business. And then lastly, I'm asking you to love your teammates. How do you love your teammates? By being a great teammate and putting them above yourselves. 1 Corinthians 13 talks about love. Love is patient, love is kind. You can read all of it. But the last thing it says is love never fails. And I want you to understand that I need you to understand that in order to be a great teammate, you're going to fail. But I want you to continually try to add value to your teammates. That's how you're a great teammate. Thank you.